It's time to up your picnic game with the mighty Muffuletta. Then I put a sweet spin on a national obsession, poutine. And chocolate pudding, it's impossible not to love. First up, I don't think sandwiches can get bigger than a Muffuletta. Heaps of charcuterie and cheese with a tangy Mediterranean relish. It's all you could ever ask for.
When I was living in London, I realized how critical the parks were because we had a little tiny attic apartment when we first arrived with no balcony, no backyard of any kind. So we hung out in the park all the time. We often went in the evening too and brought a picnic. You can listen to concerts in Hampstead Heath, this beautiful park near where we lived. It was just a lovely chapter of our lives. And I remember one particular night where we were listening to this beautiful symphony with all sorts of people on this rolling hill in Hampstead. And I had packed a picnic. I thought it was adequate. It was quiche or something like that. And the couple next to us took out a magic wicker basket, and inside was, no joke, a candelabra, and I'm pretty sure it was followed by oysters. Yeah, like, you just can't compete. So they inspired me to up my picnic game from that moment on. And I've always brought a Muffuletta after that. And what makes it special is this delicious olive salad that you paint on either side of the bread. So start by making that olive salad. So into a little saucepan goes some olive oil, the basis of the salad, and a few bay leaves, fresh or dried, and a couple of cloves of garlic. Just pop the skins off. And just toss those in. Okay, and I have some sherry vinegar and a good pinch of sea salt and black pepper. If you have some fresh herbs, put them in as well. I have thyme here. Rosemary would be lovely. And a pinch of red pepper flakes just for heat and drama, and some fennel seeds. So I'm just going to let this simmer a bit, swirl it around every so often. Meanwhile, the olive salad, I have just a nice variety here of pitted olives. Just and of course you could use olives that have pits, but make sure that you take the pits out. Nothing worse than an olive with a pit in it inside a sandwich where you least expect it. Okay, nice rough chop. And I have some Kalamata olives as well, also pitted. Just go through them. Just put those in. I have some sun-dried tomatoes here as well, which I love. Give these a rough chop. I love the flavor. All right. Artichoke hearts. These come from a tin. I've drained them. These are quite sort of chunky, so try to get the artichoke hearts chopped a little finer. Okay. And also some capers, which are really the salt as well in this story. I'll put those in whole. All right, this has reduced down a little bit. All the flavors are coming together. It smells so good. Okay, just pour this lovely flavoring over the olives and give it a stir. All right, so we are ready to build the Muffuletta. I think there is a particular loaf in New Orleans that is ideal for this, but in the rest of the world, you could use focaccia or just a nice round loaf. But you do have to realize that this has to get into your mouth somehow. So what I often do is just take a disc out of the center of the loaf and use that extra bread for, I don't know, just for breadcrumbs or something like that. So that is the bottom. And horizontally slice, creating a layer cake here. You have, actually this would make the most fantastic French toast, don't you think? All right, so save that for another time. Another little tiny sandwich or grilled cheese. We have this beautiful, beautiful bread. All right, now a cinnamon mustard. So just another little layer of flavor that's delicious. So take a little bit of mustard, and as the name suggests, some honey, equal parts honey to mustard. And the secret ingredient is a good pinch of cinnamon. Okay. All right, so we're going to drizzle a little bit of that on later. In the meantime, our fantastic olive salad, the true personality of the muffuletta. And just press all of this yummy, olivey gorgeousness into the bread. All right, so now it's time to just layer it up. And this is a personal preference moment. You could put grilled vegetables here instead of meats and cheeses. It's just whatever you like. The idea is bountiful thickness. Okay, I've got some cooked prosciutto. If you're looking for height, just fold the meats. Yum. I have capicola here. And some salami. Just going into pizza mode now. So yummy, thinking about what I'm gonna have for supper after the muffuletta. Okay. Now let's finish with a little drizzle of the honey mustard. And let's just finish it off with some more of this cheese. So when you cut in, you've got those layers and it's just uniform and even and gorgeous. Okay, skillfully flip the lid. I've got it upside down here. This is the muffuletta. I packed this in my backpack while I was skiing and enjoyed this with my friends for lunch. It's the most impressive treat. Make ahead sandwich. Okay, so as I said, leave it, the longer the better, or cut into it right away. You could cut it into wedges. I've made this with focaccia before, which is a rectangle, so you could just make squares. You can cut it any way you want. Just kind of like a big pie is how I'm going to tackle. So when it's all sliced up, just pause for a moment and pull out this gorgeous aha moment. Honestly, olives, artichoke hearts, sun-dried tomatoes, meats, cheeses, cinnamon mustard, all swirled together. No man or woman really is designed for this sandwich. You just have to kind of work your way through. Enjoy. Here we go. So delicious. The muffuletta can pull people together in any park, at any time, all around the world.
This sandwich literally has it all. Muffuletta, good looks, charisma, and so much charm.